Yarn lovers, be aware. I went to the bank today to ask for a loan, of course, right? Why else would you go to the bank, right? And they asked me why I wanted a loan. I said, so I can go buy some yarn. They looked at me. They said, no. How rude. Hello and welcome to Corabeth.sew.knitty. This is a podcast about knitting and more. So today's episode, we're going to talk about some knitting projects, some crochet projects, and I also have 3 really cool gift ideas if you're struggling to find something in the last few days to knit for a gift for whatever the year end brings for you. So they're really quick projects. I hope you'll stick around and join me today as we converse a little bit and just have a great time. And my name is Corabeth, and again, this is Corabeth.sew.knitty. I am so glad that you are here. If you're the first time finding me today, you are so welcome to be here. Come on in and join the fun. We'll make room for you. And if you're a returning viewer, I'm astounded that you're here. Obviously, we always will have room for you, and I hope you'll keep returning. And so let's get into the fun stuff. That's why we're here. I will say real quickly, the dogs, I just had them out today. Southwestern Indiana weather. For those who are not familiar, we are kind of going through a little bit of a very cold spell right now. It got down to 6 degrees, which I know in some places of the country or world, that is not too bad. With the wind chill factor, though, it was -11. For us, our seasonal temperatures right now should be in the upper 40s, low 50s. So it's definitely a cold front. So I've had the dogs out and the guys are all napping, and I thought I'll just hop on and we will do this podcast today. And I hope you'll stick around. As I said at the beginning, we got some really fun projects to talk about today. And the rookie, me, is learning. I have notes. Yes, I brought notes. So we are going to start off today with some finished objects, and I am going to tell you I don't have any knitted finished objects at all to show. I'm still working on my whips, and I just not have anything, and that's okay because we're not going to stress about it, right? The fun of knitting it's just that we're here and we enjoy the process. There's no deadlines unless you're trying to get a Christmas gift done. Then you have a deadline, of course, or a birthday present. However, for the most part, I hope you all just enjoy the process of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever you're doing. I'm not going to stress myself out with trying to make deadlines. And I definitely don't want to stress myself out to just have something completed for the podcast that I do. I got plenty of content that we can talk about, plenty of ideals. And so one of those ideals that I'm going to show you first is some completed socks that I have already completed in the year 2025. If you are familiar with Shanae, the Sock Princess, hello girl, I'm giving you a shout out. I hope you see this. She has a podcast called Shanae, the Sock Princess. And as you guessed it, it's about making socks. And she does a lot of other knitting items as well as she puts on there. However, she gave a shout out this week to, it is called Oakwood Knits. And she is the creator of the Stardew Valley Socks, which my son loves and I love them. I have made the first 2 socks, and this is the first one that I made. It is called the winter one, and it is called The Wind Can Be Still. So again, this is by Oakwood Knits. This is a colorwork pattern, as you can see, and there's lots of colors, and this is the winter scene. And if you are a Stardew Valley fan, you're definitely going to recognize the graphics and how the creator was able to get those into a pattern. Wow, it's amazing. So Oakwood Knits, and again, this is the Wind Can Be Still, which is the winter one. There are 4 of these for each season. And so the next one And I've got just to show that I've made them both. And they're not very pretty right now because my son has worn these. So I just tried to throw them on a sock blocker. They are clean. I did wash them. But I just wanted them on the sock blocker to show you guys today. So I hope you really like them. And it's perfect for winter. And the next one is the spring one that I have done. This is called the Valley Comes to Life, which is how fitting for spring because it does come to life. If you play Stardew Valley, which I have played, I actually do have some, I probably have put more hours into the game than I probably should admit, but it's okay. You know, just because I'm older doesn't mean I can't play games, right? So this is the spring version, and it has the clouds, the beautiful mountains, strawberries, and I don't remember what this little crystal carrot-like thing is, but you guys know if you play the game. And then, of course, the flower, and it's just spring. It's beautiful. So these are, again, called the that's the winter one. This is called, I am so sorry, the spring comes to life, or the valley comes to life. So yay on these. And those are the knitted socks that I wanted to show you. So I also have some other completed projects that I made recently. And this is a crochet project. This is a washcloth that I made. And I really love the colors. It's just your basic sugars and cream brand. I just really like the colors. I did this probably back in February because I just wanted to learn how to crochet. I just wanted to do a simple crochet stitch, and if I remember correctly, this is probably just a normal, maybe a double stitch. It may even be a granny. No, I apologize. This is a granny square wraparound that you just kept going around for the pattern. So yeah, it was fun to do. And then I told you in my last episode that my husband crochets. I tried to get him to come on the podcast and show what he's been working on this week, and he won't do it. So y'all, encourage him in the comments to come on and show his crochet. I think it would be fun to have him on here. He just won't do it. I asked him what it would take to get him to come on, and he said nothing. There's nothing I can do, but you can by commenting below. We'll team up against him, and surely he'll come on sometime, right? So here is what he's done. This is a little, just a double washcloth crocheted. And again, just your sugars and cream pattern. So that was one, and he has been busy. Then we learned we were looking at YouTube. He watches podcasts a lot with me. And so as we were watching, there was a crochet pattern that said you could crochet this washcloth in an hour. And I will link that pattern in the comments below. I will say for my husband, it's probably taking him more than an hour, but it's pretty close. So this is the pattern. I cannot tell you the name of it, but I love the orange. But it's just a really pretty, I mean, that's a beautiful pattern, if you crochet, you probably know what it is, but it's just literally just repeating it. So it's a very memorizable pattern. In fact, he's done it enough that he doesn't even have to look at the pattern or the YouTube video anymore. He just does it. So this is another one that he did. And the same colorway that I showed before, but it's just it's just amazing how they look. This is the one colorway, and then the other one. So it's just amazing how stitches can give a different look, right? To everything. And then he made another orange one, which I really like. And you can see they're different sizes. None of them are going to be the same size usually. We probably had to block them. I don't mess this up on him. He doesn't know that I'm looking at it. I told him when he pulled this out that it reminded me of the Grinch. So tell me in the comments if you guys agree that this reminds you of the Grinch. What? Look at that. To me, that just says, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You're a mean one." I mean, doesn't that? It's perfect. It's the Grinch colors. I love it. So that is what he has been up to. So again, comment below to get him, to encourage him to come on so he will show his projects, because it'd just be fun. And that is what we have been working on. So now we'll go into the whips for everything that we will be looking at. So the first thing I wanted to show you as far as my whips go is I am still working on the socks for my brother-in-law, and I am almost done. I know, right? Why am I not done with these yet? I should be. So these are getting ready to go into the toe decrease. Okay, yeah. So they're there, they're ready. I just got to do the toe decrease. So I will probably get these finished tomorrow at work during my lunch break. I also have 2 15-minute breaks that I'll knit on. And so I will, again, I'll probably get the toes definitely done tomorrow on this one. And then I have just a little bit more to go before I'm ready for the toe decrease on this one. This is the second one, so maybe, I think I probably have about maybe another inch to go on this one, and then it'll be ready for the toe decrease as well. So I'm pretty confident that I'll get these done by Tuesday at the latest of this week, and then I can get them washed up. I will not block them though. I don't block socks. They're just going on people's feet or my feet. So I don't think my brother-in-law cares if they're blocked. They're still going to be warm and super comfy. So I will get them put in some kind of pretty presentation to gift them for him for Christmas. So yay. And this is, again, for those that are interested, the sock yarn is Online Sock, and it is the Florida colorway, and then Heritage Cascade colorway 82, which is what I'm using for the heel toe and the papa collar. And then I have 2 more whips that I've been working on. And I know I have a lot of whips going on right now. So if you do not see any of the whips that I've shown in the previous podcast, it is only because I have not touched them. And so my hope is to get to them. But again, I'm not stressing myself out to get them done. They will get done. I'll just go at my speed. And you should go at your speed as well. So if you are super fast, I bow to you, because I see knitters on podcasts and they have like 5 projects that they've gotten done in the last week. And I'm like, you amaze me. Definitely amaze me. So the first thing I'm going to show you in my projects is my progress on Gnana's Visit, which is a pattern by Schira of Imagine Landscapes. And you all know I love gnomes. Gnana's Visit from Schira, Imagine Landscapes. And this is the one she did in 2024 as the mystery. And here's what I've gotten done so far. I am so ecstatic. I got her body done, and I am working on her cloak. Gnana has a cloak, y'all, and it is the cutest. Oh my god, it is so cute, guys. I love it. And here it is. Here is the cloak, what I've gotten done so far. I am definitely gonna have to lock the cloak because it's kind of curling up, but oh my gosh, look at that pattern. I mean, is Gnana not gonna be the fanciest gnome in Grimblewood this year for Christmas? If she is not, I mean, I think Gnana must have been a movie star during her gnome life to be so special, to have a cloak this fabulous to wear. That says celebrity. So at least in my world, Gnana is a movie star from probably the 50s and 40s with this beautiful cloak. And it is just gonna look at that. I mean, of course I gotta do more of it, but you can kind of tell how awesome is that gonna be on Gnana. So awesome. And if you guys have not seen, I have been doing shorts on my YouTube channel, which shows the progress of Gnana. So if you haven't been keeping up with that, go ahead and check those out. They are kind of fun to do. And let me know what you think about it. If you like stuff like that too, tell me in the comments. And I will definitely keep doing little shorts of the gnomes as I'm making them. Obviously I can't release any patterns out of respect to Sarah Scherer, because she works so hard on these patterns and she deserves all the kudos and accolades for how she prepares these patterns, because they're amazing and they are paid for patterns. And if you guys have not checked out any of her patterns, you want something that is a really satisfying, quick knitted project, this is the way to go, is her gnomes. There's so many. This one, I will say, has probably been the one that has taken me the longest. And I think it's just because knitting this, you knit this in the flat. Oh, and another thing too, real quick about this one is these are flexi needles, if you can't tell. I bought these a few months ago thinking that I would like them for the toe decreases, because I love DPNs. I will say that. I don't despise them. I do like them. However, I was trying to find a different way because I love my 9-inch circular needles for socks. And I will try to use them anytime I can. With Sarah Scherer's gnomes, though, you typically use DPNs a lot. This one, though, she said you needed to work in the flat. So on my 6-inch needles, this has already been decreased quite a bit. But when it was here, there's a lot of stitches on that. And they were not going to work on my 6-inch DPNs. They would have been falling off. And I just happened to have my flexi needles. I thought, why not? We'll try it. It worked like a charm. So if you're looking for another reason to use your flexi needles, you're welcome. So that's it again, Nana's visit. And I am also making Gnandad's Grand Adventure, which is this year's 2025 December Mystery Knit-Along. So Sarah has said we can share our progress with everyone. And we can do that on Instagram. We can do it on social media. I've seen some other people doing it on their podcasts. I am going to share my Gnandad's Grand Adventure. So I am up to clue 6. I have it completed. If you do not want to see Gnandad's Grand Adventure because you're working on it, or you don't want to be spoiled, spoiler, 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 look away, and I will tell you when you can look back. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, look away. I warned you. Are you ready for cuteness? Oh my goodness. Gnandad's Grand Adventure. Could he not be any cuter? And I love this little frill that Sarah had us do in her pattern. I wasn't sure. I don't think I'm going to give away anything because I think anybody who's an experienced knitter will be able to tell that this is I-cord stitches up here. And I love it. Great job, Sarah. Really. This is probably my favorite part. It's just, it's the simple things in life that make us happy, right? So Gnandad's Grand Adventure. These are my colors. I am using a Cascade Heritage, which is called Mistletoe, and it was kind of a double color where it had lots of red and some green gradients in it. And then I went into a Patent Croy, and I do not remember, I want to say the color Steel, but I may be wrong on that. And then the Latibian braid is the Cascade Heritage with the white that I'm using, or it's actually muslin because I wanted it not to be a true white. I wanted it off white for Gnandad. And then the green, I got it from an estate sale. I do not know what the name of it is, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see that heather texture to it. And it's just gorgeous. It has blue in it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it there a little bit. But there are some really pretty heather blues in it, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to put Gnandad's Grand Adventure up now. So if you were keeping your eyes closed, welcome back. We didn't talk about Gnandad's Adventure. Nobody knows anything about what he looks like. So we're all back on the same page. And then the next whip that I have in progress is a crochet project that I started in this massive bag. Look how big this thing is, huge. And it is filled with leftover acrylic yarns. In fact, this is a project that when I would learn how to make granny squares, because my goal is either to make one of the hexagon cardigans or just a simple crochet blanket. But this is what I have gotten done. I hope, just, they're fun colors. One, and then that one, I mean, it's just, they're fun. They're just granny squares, simple granny squares. And then as you can tell, everyone has the gray border around it. So that's going to be the connecting theme, is that really pretty gray. But these colors, I mean, just some really, really pretty colors. I will say that I did add a few skeins that I had here as well, just because I wanted to give some more pops of color to it. But they have been so fun to do. And I've got this one that's not quite done yet, and a few more. I love the colors on this one. It just, I don't know, there's just something about this one that I just really love the colors. As I've told you guys before, I love bright colors, and the light is actually showing really good. So it's pretty true. I mean, what you see is pretty well what it looks like. So I have quite a few of these. I'm not sure if you can see. Here is my stack of them that I got. So as you can see, I got quite a few of them. I know I don't have enough to quite do anything with them yet, but I will get back to it. I have not touched this project in a long time, so hopefully I will start working on this one again. I'm probably going to have to teach myself how to do the granny square again. It's been that long, but that's okay. We'll get there. Sorry for the rustling. And then I'm going to grab another drink. Hopefully I don't drool on myself. And that is all of the whips I have. So I told you at the top that I wanted to give you guys 3 really quick ideas for Christmas gifts or year-end gifts if you're trying to come up with something. We have 11 days left, I think, till Christmas. Today is December 14th. So yeah, we have 11 days left to Christmas. And I remembered I forgot one of the main characters of my idea. So I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. All right, so sorry about that. Thank you for indulging me. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about, and this is why I needed to pause it because I forgot to grab them. I thought I had everything together. Clearly I didn't. Still making those rookie mistakes. I hope you guys will forgive me on that. So the first pattern that I have is a pattern that I think it takes about, it took me about 3 hours to do the first one. The second one, I got it down to about 2.5 hours. If you're a fast knitter, you'd probably get them done in 2 hours, maybe even quicker. This is, I showed you guys before, this is Noah, which is from Sarah Scherer's pattern of Gnomes, Imagine Landscapes, and it is a paid for pattern. It is called No Fun Like Gnome Fun. But these little guys are super quick. These would make such fun gifts for somebody. If you have somebody who has just got a great personality and they love fun, they love little character type things, this would be perfect. And one of the things you could do is, you see these little hands? They're so cute. You can easily get a toothpick in him that's lightweight and take a little piece of paper to wrap around that toothpick and just write a really fun phrase on it, like, no problems will be solved today, or, oh, gnome, you didn't, or just something fun, positive gnome, whatever. I mean, that'll just give it an extra fun touch that you can do with him. And because they're so quick to make, you can make a couple of them. You can make a matching one, make a, you know, however you want to do it. But it's just a great Christmas ideal. Again, it's called No Fun Like Gnome Fun from Imagine Landscapes by Sarah Scherer. It is a paid for pattern, and in Canadian it's $9, and in US it's $6.82 right now. However, you get 3 different gnome sizes. This is the second one, I believe, of those sizes. So there's one that's just a little bit bigger, and then one that is teeny tiny that I have seen people make earrings out of. How cool. I mean, yeah, earrings. I mean, obviously they're much smaller than these, but that probably will go even quicker than the 2.5 to 3 hours that these takes. And if you got people that love gnomes, they gotta wear gnome earrings. So Sarah knew exactly what she was doing. So perfect, quick gift idea. Then the next one that I have for you is just the timeless, true, treasured washcloth, the dishcloth that you can make. There is a couple, you can go on Raverly and go on Raverly and do a search engine for really quick either crochet or knitted washcloths. I'm going to throw up a few different ones I found. One has 16 different patterns, or 7 different patterns, and then another one has 3 different patterns. You can just make them as simple as you want, or you can make them as intricate as you want. Obviously, the more intricate, the longer it's going to take. However, you can easily knit or crochet a dishcloth in just a matter of a few hours, an hour to a few hours, and you fold them up, put a little bow in it, and it's going to be a beautiful gift. And you can even add some dish soap with it. You could just do whatever that you want with it. So they're just fun little gifts if you're looking for a last minute gift. And then the next gift that I do not have, but it is something that I have made for my nephew. I'm going to show a picture up here. And this was it was just an easy fingerless mitt that he asked me to make. And when my nephew asked me to make him something, which he's never done before, I am absolutely going to indulge him and make him something. So he wanted these fingerless mitts, and he specifically asked for this colorway. And I was happy to make them for him. And from my sister tells me he does wear them at school when he's cold. And this pattern that I followed is called, I'm probably going to blotch it up, so I apologize if I do. It is Crème. It has that little apostrophe on the E, but I'm going to show it here, and I'll have it in the notes as well. But it's by Emilie Luis, I think is how you say that. And for me, I was able to get the first mitt done one day, and then the second mitt done the second day. So I had them made in 2 days. So you still got plenty of time to make a wonderful fingerless mitt. And in her pattern, it's just a solid color. I just striped it. 3 awesome gift ideas that you can get done in literally a matter of just an hour, all the way up to maybe a day or 2. That would be perfect last minute knitted or crochet gifts. And I hope you guys will check them out. And if you use any of them, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And if you like the idea of me showcasing patterns that I've made that would be super simple, please let me know that as well. I will definitely keep doing that if it's something you guys like. So that is all I have as far as ideas. I do have some last minute things I'd like to talk to you about. I have some acquisitions to what is my local yarn shop. I'm kind of lucky. I have 2 local yarn shops. I have one that is in the town over for me that is called Sheepskeins, and they are located in Newburgh, Indiana. So I'm excited that they are so close. I do love going in there, and they have an awesome clearance rack that I never not go by. Never buy anything from there. Okay, that's a lie. You caught me. I'm lying. However, I also have another fabulous local yarn shop that is just a couple of towns away from me. It's about a 30-minute drive, so I don't get to go there as much as I want to. However, I love her shop, and her name is called the Little House of Yarn, located in Princeton, Indiana, and it's ran by a sweet, sweet lady named Diana, and her store is fabulous. It is not a huge store. It is the perfect size for anybody who has sensory overload issues, which I have. So that is one of the reasons why I love going in there, because I don't get overwhelmed by the products that are in there, and I can actually sit there and look at them and get a feel and an idea. And the shop owner, she is the kindest and the sweetest lady, that she'll help you if you have any questions. But she partners with a couple of also local indie dyers in our area. And she showed, before I went up on, it was for Shop Small Saturday, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving every year. And so I went up because she showed this colorway. Oh my goodness. It is called Pink Goes with Green. And if you are a Wicked fan, you know where that phrase comes from, that it comes from Wicked. I love Wicked. I have not got to see Wicked for good yet. I will not talk about it, so we won't ruin it for anybody. But I just love Wicked. I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan, so anything that does with Wizard of Oz, Wicked, I love. This colorway, the local indie dyer, is Mickey from Fiber Owl Yarn Company, and she is on Etsy, and she makes the most beautiful colorways. I'm not sure if she did this little really cool stitch marker with there or not. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that stitch marker is. I don't know if she made it or if Diana from the Little House of Yarn shop made it to put on there, but it's beautiful. I am going to hang this up. Or it's hanged, sorry. I'm going to skein this up into a cake, and I am thinking about making the Close to You shawl with this. A person suggested that on my first episode, and that's what I'm going to do with that. So thank you to the person who suggested it. You know who you are. I thought it was a great idea, and it's a free pattern. If you have not looked at it, it looks like a beautiful pattern. So look to see that one coming. And while I was there, you know, you can't just, it's like when you go to a yard shop, it's like eating a bag of potato chips. You can't just walk out with just one skein. If you can, let me know your secret, because, well, actually, don't let me know your secret. No, I don't want to know your secret. I'm content with convincing my husband that you can't walk out of the yarn store without more than one skein. So there's also another local yarn dyer, indie dyer, in our area, and they are called Needle Fingers. And this was a color. Oh my gosh, look at this color. It's beautiful. This is called Have Yourself a Martian Little Christmas. And those colors, oh man, they are showing up so good. So again, this is from Needle Fingers. I have not got to meet the person behind this yarn dyeing company. I know she's local to our area, and I believe the only place you can buy her products right now is at the Little House of Yarn in Princeton. So if you are looking for this, look them up. I'm sure that Diana will ship them to you, because this color is going to be spectacular. And I'm sure that this is going to get made into a pair of socks. And then I also bought one other Needle Fingers yarn, which is this one. This reminded me so much of the vintage Christmas. I don't know if you guys can see those green flecks in there. Oh my goodness. This is going to be beautiful. And this is called Funky Christmas. Funky Christmas. Nikki of Fiber Owl Yarn Company does have an Etsy shop. So if you look her up on Fiber Owl Yarn Company, you can support her there. Or you can support your local yarn, or my local yarn shop, by going to the Little House of Yarn, giving them a contact, and I'm sure she would be happy to work out shipping arrangements, whatever needed, if you want this fabulous Wicked colorway, because it's pretty wicked, guys. So that is all I have today. I am so excited that you stuck around and are with me still at this point. And if you would do me a favor, let me know that you have stuck around. Give me a comment. Tell me what you're knitting, where you're from. I love comments, and I will comment back to you. And I just really want to know if you guys are enjoying my podcast, and if you like this, or what content you would like. I am open to anything. I love constructive feedback, and it just helps me grow as I'm wanting to grow this channel as well. And it just helps me just do a better podcast for myself and you. And so please let me know what you think in the comments below. And this is the point of the show where I'm going to ask you to subscribe to me and like me, because from what I've been told, that helps get my podcast out in the world where more people of like-mindedness like us can find this, and maybe even if I can just inspire one person, it is so worth it. So as we are signing off today, I hope you guys all have a very good Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or Boxing Day for my Canadian friends and other countries that celebrate Boxing Day. And I don't know if I'll get to do another podcast before the new year. We all celebrate New Year's. So happy New Year's, happy Yuletide, however you say it, I am wishing that to you. And if you don't have, if spending time with your family and friends is not your, or spending time with your family is not your thing, that's okay too. I hope you have friends that you can spend the holidays with. And one thing I want to say before I go is I am very big on respecting everybody and who they are. And I love people for who they are. But I do want to say one very serious comment, because I do tend to be a little giddy and bubbly, and I do try to joke around as much as I can because I want to make people smile. That this is something serious. I do want you to know you are very loved. And I say this from my heart, and I know your friends and your family would want you to know this too. The world is truly a better place with you in it. And so as you're celebrating the holidays, I know sometimes it can be very difficult for some of us. And I just wanted to say that before I sign off today. The world is truly a better place because you're in it. And don't you ever forget that. Peace, love to you all, and thank you for indulging me. Bye-bye.